In this video, I will be combining two missing persons cases because of the lack of information regarding both cases. Today, we'll be taking a look at the unexplained vanishing of Bryce Florian Herda and the unexpected disappearance of friends Kevin Lee Connor and Mark A. Peal. Nia Bay, Washington is a tiny town on the Olympic coast of the state. Home to just over 800 residents, it rests on the Macaw Reservation. The area is known for its gorgeous nature and abundant hiking trails. One such path, however, holds a dark past. On April 9, 1995, a 6-year-old child would go missing from the She Beach. This boy was Bryce Florian Herda, a Native American Caucasian child who lived on the reserve. Bryce vanished after a picnic with his family. I'm not sure which family members was there, but I do know that a group of 9 children, including Bryce and 1 adult, started heading towards the beach's exit once the picnic was over. They came across a slope that was only navigable via a rope. The other 8 children and adult climbed the rope with ease, but Bryce, being only 6, couldn't manage the climb. The adult, probably facing more than a few difficulties in being the sole chaperone for such a large group of children, gave Bryce permission to continue down the path and meet up with the group at the beach closest to the exit. That was the last time anyone saw Bryce. Bryce was reported missing at 6 p.m. that evening. An outpouring of support came from both government agencies and volunteers. The Coast Guard, trained drivers, police sniffer dogs, and Macaw volunteers combed the beach and ocean, searching for any trace of Bryce. All they found was a set of footprints that likely belonged to the child. The footprints seemed to stop and then start again before vanishing entirely. Divers claimed they weren't able to be as thorough with their search as they wanted to be because of the ocean's strong currents. In a newspaper article published a week after Bryce's disappearance, a police official stated that the divers planned to return to search more for Bryce, but I couldn't find any evidence that they ever did, in fact, return. Technically, there was little reason to. Bryce had simply vanished without a trace. There are 2 theories as to what happened to Bryce, but both theories are fairly generic and completely lack evidence. The first theory is that Bryce drowned. The police support this idea. The second theory is that Bryce was kidnapped. His family supports this theory. As I said, no evidence supports either of these theories. After so many years with no leads, Bryce's family is offering $15,000 for any information or the return of their son. As of the time of uploading this video, nobody has collected the money. The strangest thing about this case is the absolute lack of leads. And with 20 years between us and Bryce's tragedy, we may never know what happened to him. Bryce was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, green pants, white socks, and red and black Power Ranger shoes with a lightning bolt on the sides. He has a scar angling into his hairline on the right of his forehead, a freckle on his right temple, and a tan-colored birthmark on the back of his upper leg. His dentals and DNA are available. There is even less information about our next case than the first. There seems to be a startling lack of media coverage, and the parents quickly accepted that they likely would not see their sons again. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Kevin Lee Connor and Mark A. Peal were camping with their family members in the Agate Crescent Beach recreational area in Port Angeles, Washington. Kevin was 13 and Mark was 10 at the time of their disappearance. On August 26, 1971, the boys left the campsite to go explore nearby World War II bunkers. This was the last time anyone would ever see them. I couldn't find any information about the search for the boys, just a vague statement that it was extensive, but turned up no clues, evidence, or leads. There don't seem to be any police statements about potential theories or suspects, or if they even think that foul play was involved. The boys just seemed to drop off the face of the earth. Their parents held a memorial for the missing children in September of the same year. They have since gotten no closure, not even a single clue or tip as to what could have befell their children. If you have any information about these two boys or Bryce Florian Herda, please contact one of the numbers listed in the description below. Please help bring these children home.